excited to bring you on the show ever since we did one of my homeless handouts together, because we kind of walked around Covent Garden and Soho and Charing Cross, so we had quite a lot of time to kind of catch up and for me to get to know you better.
We connected on a beautiful level.
Yes.
It was lovely.
And I honestly came away just thinking that you're one of the most inspiring people that I think I've ever met. So
it's not the usual lines I get.
Really?
It's nice to it's nice to have a nice mix.
Well, that's what I think. So thank you for coming on the show.
Of course, anything for you. I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Oh, good.
I'm very excited that it's made me into who I am. So, it worked out for the best, and now I'm with you, which is obviously the highlight of my career so far.
We're talking about this for years to come, for sure.
Yeah.
But I do think, like, in terms of, because for instance with acting, I know as like an actress that it's so easy to kind of wallow in your own self-pity and just think that these roles aren't coming to me. But I just love how then you thought, okay, so what can I do to change the situation? I'm going to set up my own production company, and there's been so many elements of your life that you've kind of done this. And so something I wanted to ask you is, because I think, like, as a creative and an entrepreneur, you really have to, as you said, keep yourself motivated and keep yourself thinking about the positives and stuff. But was there ever times when you kind of did that self-deprecating voice did sort of come in, and then how did you sort of combat that and silence that voice?
All the time. Yeah, I mean, it especially when, I was almost homeless, because that was a really tough situation.
On the red carpet and getting their Oscars and all this kind of stuff, and you think, that's what I want to be like. One day, that's when I'll know I've made it. But then actually being at Cannes and seeing that side of things, I'm not putting down the festival, I think it's amazing, but I saw that side and realised how little importance it actually has on the industry. And in fact, I'm sure a lot of the people on those red carpets, that's their least favourite part of being in the industry. And so, then I realised, really, we're all in this industry just to create. I shouldn't be aspiring for that glamorous side of things, because that's not real. Anyone can really get on those red carpets. That doesn't really mean anything.
Controlling women's sexuality, because a man cannot prove that a child is theirs unless the woman is being surely only theirs, his.
So did you find that before you went out there you had a fair representation of what it was like than when you actually went there? Because I don't feel like, from watching your documentary, I feel like I saw a bit more of the real side of how bad it is. But I don't feel like that was portrayed well enough, and still isn't portrayed well enough in the news. But maybe you were looking into it a bit more. What would you say?
I mean, again, I think to be fair to Channel 4 News, they covered it as you would expect a news organisation to cover it. They had their reporter there, and he was kind of, I think, fairly accurately portraying the situation. I mean, again, to give them their credit, they were also out in Belgrade when we were there, and I think what they did in Belgrade actually had a positive effect, because only a couple of weeks later the UN came in with some extra resources.
Beauty of art is to be able to express yourself and
bang on. Absolutely.
Well, at least, even though obviously it wouldn't have been fun at the time having to deal with all the shit from that, basically, from that job, then at least, if anything, it just pinpointed you what you do want.
Exactly.
Right, so we're here with
Freddie,
and Freddie looks great. I think that's quite undeniable right now.
I've got some tights on today.
Leggings.
I put them on because I thought maybe the girls would like me a little more.
Oh, they definitely do.
In Madagascar 3, I'm the zebra dressed as a clown.
Of course she is. What else could she be?